Hey guys, this is ZraveX. I'm making a new attempt at doing the Act 3 farm, getting 5 stacks and killing the Siegebreaker after the nerf to Tyrael. So this nerf is pretty serious. It reduces the speed at which you can do this farm tremendously, and also it basically put it out of reach of the players that were using the blue gear and that kind of stuff that I recommended. So you're going to have to stay in Act 2 for a little longer. Well, actually not. I'm going to talk about that later. But you cannot do this alone with that kind of gear because DPS is now important. I've actually replaced a couple of my pieces so my personal DPS will go higher, and I've also changed the skill in my build. I added Berserker Rage. So this is giving me 25% more. I'm pretty much always at maximum fury, so it's a pretty big boost of damage. I felt that losing Superstition to put this in, I mean, it's a pretty big defensive skill, but if I were to try to get 25% more on my gear otherwise, it would just be too much. I'd be better off just getting defensive stats on my gear and then putting Berserker Rage in here. And I also changed a couple of my pieces. As you can see, my strength is now much higher than it was when I did my current gear video, the last one I made. So I got some new shoulders and a lot of strength. So basically, actually, at this point, I want to mention different pieces of gear are better suited for different stats. And the shoulders and the belt both have high rolls for strength. And the way it works is there's several different affix combinations that you can have on your item properties, basically. And for the belt and the shoulders, there's a property that can go up to 200 strength. So in this case here, I rolled not just the high roll on that strength alone, but also another type of property that gives me both strength and vitality. And combined, it gave me over 200 strength. So strength comes, that big property comes on shoulders and belt. The chest and the pants have high vitality. The gloves can have high dexterity or high intelligence. And the helm also can have high intelligence. On top of that, amulets can have everything. I think the boots also can have high dexterity. That's probably, yeah, I think that's it. So amulets can have that high property for anything. So you can find amulets that have like 250 of any stat. So since I wanted to increase my strength, I replaced the two pieces that would give me the highest benefit. And I did lose my String of Ears, but my resists and my HP actually went up because the String of Ears is only a level 52 item, right? So I'll show you. So my resists are now solidly over 1,000, and for the ones that matter anyways. And my DPS is at 13k, but this is without Berserker Rage. So when I'm actually fighting something, it's going to go up to 16.4k. That's a good amount. That's how much I wanted it to be. I'm actually looking to replace a couple other pieces of my gear, in particular the bracers, because they don't have any strength on it. Basically, strength is now your third best stat, right after vitality. You want to have a high amount of it so that you can actually kill stuff, especially for ranged packs, since it's harder to just sit there and hit them, especially like they're not going to surround you for revenge, obviously. So the first change I'm going to make with the run itself is I'm not going to pick up Tyrael. He's now a liability for the packs that have Vampiric and AoE. Like he doesn't do damage anymore, so might as well ignore him. And he could heal your enemies by a lot if he's there. So I'm not going to care about him. Also, one more thing. I raised the DPS on my enchantress again. She's now at 6,500. I got this axe as a drop, and I just gave it to her. I could have sold it probably for around $1 million or so. But right now I just want to get as much DPS as I can, and this gave me 1,000, so I was happy about that. Okay, so one last thing I wanted to mention is I'm starting to pick up some pieces that have thorns. You might have noticed that both this shoulders and my belt had thorns on them. They're basically considered a dump stat in terms of pricing on the auction house, so I just picked them up. Like, there were items similar to this, but without the thorns, and it didn't cost me anything to get it. I'm at 4,000 thorns right now. I'm looking to get that up to maybe 8,000 or so. And just to test it out, I figured if it turns out to be good. I already have the pieces for it. Oh, just one more thing. I bought this belt for 1 million, and the shoulders I got for 3.4 million. I'm pretty happy considering strength is now important, and also it opens up a whole range of builds that I can make. I can start going more DPS-y, like, if I decide to do so. Okay, so let's try this out. It's going to be a rough ride now because I don't have a superstition anymore, and I also lost my string of ears, so I'm straight up taking 20% more damage from everything. And yeah, so let's see what happens.
Look, just over there.
Still recharging. Still recharging. Not ready yet.
So this pack's actually just one guy. I don't really understand that, but I'm not going to complain.
Need more time.
So I'm liking this increased DPS quite a bit in terms of killing stuff without Tyrael. And so what I wanted to talk about earlier was that if you have the blue gear and suddenly you can't do this anymore because the mobs are going to enrage on you, right? The thing you can do is play in a group. The build changes a little bit. I replaced Furious Charge and put in Ground Stomp instead. And I'm also trying out a Demoralizing Shout with the Threatening Shout, sorry, with a Demoralize rune. It taunts stuff to attack you. That's pretty nice when you're trying to protect some ranged guys. Leap stays because you want to, like sometimes say a pack of little mobs is going for your friend. You can leap there and then taunt so that you have both you get to the place where you need to be, and you are have your armor up for when you taunt, so you don't take as much damage. And the so I'm replacing Ignore Pain with Threatening Shout when I play in groups. I actually did a run of Act 4 earlier. We got 5 stacks and killed Diablo. It seemed pretty simple. Okay, I'm not going to try to kill these guys because there's too much stuff chasing me. There's a bunch of ranged guys in there. Just going to go find the cave and... Okay, here it is. So one thing you can do to find this cave, or at least help you find it, is that if you look on the map, there's 6 spots where it can spawn. I mean, I can't show you right now, but basically 6 spots where it can spawn, and you can right away discard 3 because you're going to be able to see the trebuchets on the map. So this pack's actually pretty challenging. They're not going down pretty fast, and the fire chains and Molten are causing problems for me. So yeah. So right now I'm going to have a problem because I don't have my shout up. It reduces a lot of damage.
Not ready yet. Still recharging. I need aid. I won't do that.
Yeah, it's a pretty challenging pack.
I've been healed. Not ready yet.
So I don't recommend you try to do this farm unless you have quite a bit of gear. Something near where I'm at. You're going to suffer a lot if you try to do it alone. But do it in the group, and it suddenly becomes a lot easier. you don't have to worry about doing damage again. It's like your friend's Tyrael now, and
Time.
you just protect them and help them kill stuff, especially in a bigger group. The change that they did where the damage no longer scales with additional players is great.
Still
It's just
recharging.
makes the game a lot more
Need aid.
fun for it to play in a group. Before it was like you just feel weaker, and that's not fun, right? But now you can actually do stuff, and
Need more time.
it's I don't know. It's meant to be a social game, so find some friends. You know, like if you might want to start making some connections so you can actually play in a group.
Still recharging.
It's gonna become a big deal.
A most thrilling battle.
Alright, that pack was really challenging. I'm glad I didn't die a whole bunch of times, but yeah. So I'm 4 minutes in the run. I already killed 2 packs, so you can see it's not too slow, right? The part where you waste a lot of time before, which is actually finding the packs, is still the same. So it's just killing them, and with the increased DPS, like I did here, it's actually not too bad.
Not ready yet.
I realize most of you are not going to have the gear yet, and it's going to become challenging because I think a lot of people are going to be prevented from actually doing this farm now. So good gear is going to be harder to find. Maybe it's better to do somewhere else, a different run. I'm going to continue to look into that, see if doing a onesie shire is easier, or yeah. Basically everything I find out about this game, guys, I share with you. It's I know a lot of people are struggling, and that's just not fun. Like I'm not going to keep a secret where I get to make a little bit of virtual gold. I'd rather just help everyone out so that you can everyone can have fun.
Still recharging. Need more time. I am badly hurt.
I recommend you guys work on getting your enchantress geared a bit. It seems like her skills do more damage than you would expect, especially the erosion skill. It says it does 50% weapon damage, but I regularly see ticks for like 13k, 15k or something like that, so there's something going on there. It's a pretty strong skill, especially since it buffs, also increases the damage that you do by 15%. I'm also liking the forceful push quite a bit with all the gear that I've given her. She hits pretty hard. And I don't know, I just feel like everything is so much slower now without Tyrael that I want to get all the damage that I can, wherever I can. Alright, so this is not the right way. I'm going to head back. I like coming into this cave because it always has a chest. And I've gotten actually legendaries from that chest, so it's... Another thing is that it's, compared to the upstairs anyway, it's... I should have found an elite pack. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, here it is. Okay, another molten pack of these guys. This time they have shielding.
I have been.
Oh wow. They beam right behind my character, so I didn't get to see it. Couldn't avoid it.
Still recharging. Need more time. time.
I hate shielding packs that have a lot of, like a whole bunch of shielding guys that put beams and molten on the ground. It's horrible
Heal.
to fight. It's just there's nowhere you can stand, and even when you can stand somewhere, you can't really do damage to them because of the shielding. But I'll whittle them down slowly.
Still recharging. Still recharging. Need more time.
Okay, so the small mobs are starting to die. That's pretty good news for me. There's only 2 left.
Not ready yet. Heal. I need aid.
I already said this in a different video, but definitely try to kill the small guys first when you're fighting a pack that's this, because first they're a lot weaker, right? They have 1/3 of the health of the big one, but they're also putting down beams and molten on the ground. They're shooting you with mortar. So if you take them out, it just makes the fight a lot
That
simpler.
I won't do that. Not ready yet. I've been healed. Still recharging. Need more time.
A powerful enemy we have laid low.
Okay, that was another challenging pack, but still managed to take him down before the enrage. Pretty happy about that.
You must feel so awkward here. Bastion's keep was built to trap your people.
Everything changes with time.
I understand.
So I'm 12 minutes in. I've only found 3 packs, but it's actually not that bad of a time if you think about it. It's going to take me like 5 minutes to kill the Siegebreaker. So if it takes me 20 to kill all the packs, it's still a 25-minute run. It's pretty good. We'll see. Okay, this pack should be relatively easy. The base unit is not too strong.
Still recharging. Not ready yet.
I got jailed inside of a beam. Good thing I had ignore paint up. It's never nice when it happens.
Need more time. recharging.
That is a powerful foe over there.
Need more time.
When I fight packs like this, I really like to time the charge to avoid the frozen. Just because that way I can DPS the maximum amount of time.
Not ready yet.
It also works with leap. Basically, you wait until the frozen's at the maximum size and then you leap away. Or even, like, if you're in the air while it goes off, it won't hit you.
Health returns.
Okay, so that's pack number 4. There might be another pack in here, so I'm going to go search for them.
Need more time.
Also, I think you guys may have seen that they're going to change how the loot works, right? They're going to make all the drops accessible from Act 1 and 2, but at a way lower percentage. But that's nice because it means that everyone gets to be able to farm for the best stuff. You don't, there's no like segregation of the people that are at the top will continue to be at the top because they have the gear to farm the stuff and then they can sell it to you. And you can't get that gear yourself, so you have to continuously depend on them to, yeah, I don't like that. I'm glad they're changing it. So everyone will have at least access to getting the best loot in the game. And the other change they're making is that the bosses will no longer drop the guaranteed 2 golds, but then it will be the elite packs will start on lagging. Elite packs will start to give 2 golds once you kill 5 of them. So I really like that because it rewards the more skilled and more
Need more time.
hold on. Basically, if you can kill all the different kinds of packs, then you're going to profit more than the guy that has to pick and choose. Because even if you can kill 5, there's no guarantee he's going to be able to kill all the elite packs that you see. So that means that the
Still recharging.
guy that can kill everything is going to get a lot more gear. Because the first 5 are not going to drop that. I mean, they rarely drop rares, right? Like, it's not... Well, that was a good sentence, but...
Need more time.
The... Oh my god, this pack's annoying as hell. I'm going to die, I think. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually not going to come back here. I'm going to go somewhere else. For now. Let's try Stone Fort. So the thing with the Stone Fort is just that it has... so all this damage that you see on those mobs, guys, that was all my enchantress. Some of them are almost dead. That was with like two skills. She did that. But anyways, from this region here, there's quite a few different kinds of elites that can spawn. Some of them are really easy, and some of them are hard as hell. Like the big Golgors that knock you back and do a ton of damage with each hit. Those are going to be really annoying. But so if you see one of those here, then you might want to avoid it. But at the other hand, you can have just these little goblin guys that barely do anything. Not this one in particular, but the melee version.
Still recharging.
I hate ranged enemies, man. That's why I love Tyrael. They wouldn't run away from them. So I'm gonna try to, yeah. I wanted to control this guy so he'd be in the corner here, can't escape.
Still recharging.
And I'll just life on hit and regen through this poison.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Also notice how low his HP is, right? So only 900k. It seems like the elite packs in Stonefort are lower level or something. I don't know.
Need more
They
time.
seem easy. Okay, so I've got my 5 stacks. It took me 19 minutes. It's pretty good for considered no Tyrael. And I'm also going to try to kill that goblin there. Let's see if I can make him run this way, which I know is clear. Nope. Yeah, so with the added damage now I can actually kill goblins, which I really like. Then sometimes drop good stuff. Okay, so headed to Siegebreaker now. I'll pick up Tyrael so he can swing his foam sword at the boss. I think they overdid this nerf. I mean, I understand why they didn't want it, right? I already talked about that in my first impressions video, but also... Oh, another goblin. Also, some people were exploiting Tyrael. Basically, they would let the elite pack kill them, and then even though their packs regen while you're dead, Tyrael's damage was so high that they could kill them through it. And that's the Golgor guy I was talking about, by the way. Major pain in the ass. This one's gonna escape, I think. But, yeah. My enchantress was focusing on killing the guy that wanted to smash me. Props for her, I guess.
El Druid.
So it shouldn't take me too long to kill the Siegebreaker. The DPS that you see on your character sheet is actually a little bit deceptive because it doesn't consider the fact that your frenzy has a 75% attack speed, right? So that's a huge increase in DPS on top of my 16k. So I actually need the, or not need, but I want the enchantress to be DPSing the whole time here, so I leaped over him so he'll do his attacks towards the back where there's no one. That way the enchantress can just DPS him the whole time, makes this faster. Also, if he ever goes to run, like the charge, he won't move very much. My enchantress unfortunately decided to get under him too. Didn't work out for me. Mine is built completely on intellect, just because like you can give her vitality, but it's not gonna help. There's no way to give her armor or resist, so she's gonna die regardless. I find that mobs usually ignore her, so as long as it's not an AoE attack, then she'll be fine. Okay, she moved away, DPSing again. Good stuff. So if you're looking to raise your DPS on the cheap, I recommend you look for shoulders and belts that have high strength and all resist, maybe blue versions. You can get that for almost nothing because people value like vitality so much more, but the thing is you can make up for it. Just find some pants that have nothing but vitality and all resist. Or, I mean, not necessarily just that, but like you can get, say, over 200 vitality on your pants, and then on top of that you can get 3 sockets. So you can like get some pants that have 300 plus vitality, and then you just put all of your strength on your belt and on your shoulders. So it's a cheaper way of doing it, rather than... That's actually what I was trying to do here, but with my shoulders and belt. But I just happened to find some that had a little bit of vitality, and it wasn't too much. Like I said, I paid 1 million for the belt, and 3.4 for the shoulders. I think that was very reasonable considering how big of an upgrade they were for me.
Victory for the ages!
So maybe there's some other items out there that you can find for yourself. Okay guys, so that's it. 24 minutes of run. I don't think that's bad. It's about the same as I did before with Tyrael, except that I've almost doubled my damage in between. I'm having trouble now with the heavy damage packs because I did sacrifice some defense, but as you can see, I was still able to complete the farm pretty quickly. Things may change when bosses no longer drop 2 golds. This is, I mean, obviously going for a boss is not going to be the best strat, and I'll keep you posted once I find a good run that doesn't involve a boss. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching.